Today on my vlog, I'll talk to you about the 80s sound of soundtrack, an action movie soundtrack in the 80s. I remember the last time, this week I was listening to, I've ever watched a action movie called Cop Game, and another one that I don't remember. But I really remember the soundtrack of these movies because these movies was a kind of soundtrack with a fake heavy metal, kind of looking for that kind of guitar tone. You know, the kind of guitar tone that sound like a tiny speaker with chorus effect on it. And I finally did it. It's just, so first we got to do is to use, I really recommend to use a Strat for this, because a Strat, they use a Strat with the funky tone, you know, the position 2, the mix up bridge and middle pickup. So I'm gonna try this one. The funky tone, when I talk about the funky tone, I'm talking about the tone, talk about kind of little funky tone, and I hear it, you know, that kind of thin tone from the Strats, especially for Strat. So when I found the sound of that guitar, so that sound is started up. I put the TSX30 as usual with all the pod at 0 default, more input because it's a Strat. Okay, I put a gate on it, so I get the direct distortion tone. It's exactly the sound that without this sound like really piece of shit. Okay, I started up the. Okay, I did an impulse response of this. So you can, I put the link below. You can download this. I call it the 80s cheap rock cab because it's really cheap. It's not really thin. This is a popular tone from the 80s because you can hear this in Top Gun soundtrack or something. Really use guitar tone from a Strat. But when you put a chorus, always accompanied with the chorus or detune stereoizer, just like, okay, call me Mr. Emonizer, work Emonizer, strike again. Sound like. So this kind of, I don't remember this, some people in the 80s will see some 80s action movie soundtrack. Put a Dexid, you know, come on, Yamaha DX7 on it for the bass, and put the Lin drum. So let me give you an example of what this kind of action movie looks like. Maybe I put police siren sound on it just to be in the ambience or something. Got some synthesizer Junos still in. Okay, maybe I'll put the mixer mono mix on. First, before I did the impulse, I started up with the Fruity EQ, so I replaced the Nadar from Fruity Parametric EQ2, and I did a preset called Cheap 80s Lead Cap. So This is the EQ curve to reproduce the same tone. You don't need any cab impulse, but I did this is a curve, pinch curve at 4,591 hertz exactly, peaking with a bandwidth of a 3% bandwidth around it, just a repeat like that, and it produces exactly the sound. And of course the last band, EQ band, to at 7,336 hertz, turning off, cut. You don't want yeah, undesired high frequency distortion. Ah shit. You have to cut this one, and you want sound like that. So this is the tone. But gonna be complicated for you guys. I did an impulse, so I put Fruity Convolver at the beginning before the parametric equalizer to do the click sound, and I'll do another Fruity Convolver to record the impulse. So I create the impulse, so I can now you can replace it with put the impulse in your favorite impulse loader, just like in Night Amps and Nadar, and that I call it cheap rock. So I put a link below. You can download this. So this is my Rigg and my impulse for 80's action movie Kid. Enjoy this one.